Hello, I'm Ralph Kubek of eWorkplace Apps. Hope you are having a great day wherever you are. With Acumatica's release of 22R1, we wanted to provide you a short update regarding our process manufacturing and QMS solutions for Acumatica. We will have a webinar in early April, as well as we're creating short recordings to provide you details and insight. I'm sure your first question is, when will we support 22R1? We will be in a position to deploy QMS and process manufacturing for 22R1 the week of March 21st. Now let's talk about QMS. First, let us review some of the improvements we did in 21R2. We can now update QMS details within the framework of Acumatica's Engineering Change Control module. We allow you to use a calculation equation to compute a value that needs to be evaluated. As an example, this means you can now enter height and width, the values are stored within Acumatica, and the solution will compute and store the area which you want compared to the target value. We have added security rows, and our security is now 100% aligned with core Acumatica. Finally, we have added different options by which you can generate our lot recall report. What are we doing in 22R1? Well, we now have a separate QC order type for RMA orders. Inspection orders can now be created at the order, customer, or vendor level. We also made major improvements in the event history related to both QC orders as well as NC and Kappa workflows. Now you're asking, when will I have access to QMS 22R1? Our plan is to support it about a week after Acumatica releases 22R1 Update 1. Now let's move on to process manufacturing. We want to remind you what we added in 21R2. Along with sizing a batch production order based upon the order amount, you can now size the batch by available raw material, availability of key raw material, by weight, or by volume. We have enhanced the pick ticket report that is used to pick, stage, needed raw material. Revisioning is now supported for a process bill material just like it has been for formula. Lastly, defaults can be set at the item class level. What are we doing for 22R1? Well, we're very excited to announce the release of our laboratory module. You will now be able to track details related to the physical and chemical properties of an item. Process manufacturing orders can now be generated from MRP. The linkage of a sales order in batch ticket works as it does with a standard Acumatica production order. Also exciting is the ability to create a super batch. What's a super batch? Let's say you want to produce 10,000 pounds of chocolate chip cookies, and you also need to produce the dough and chocolate chips. Now the entry of the order for the cookies will create and link together the batch tickets needed to create the dough and chocolate chips. Lastly, as we did in QMS, we made major improvements in the event history related to batch tickets. As with QMS, our plan is to release our 22R1 version about a week after Acumatica releases its 22R1 Update 1. Again, look for details on our upcoming webinar, as well as the recordings that will be posted on Acumatica's marketplace and community sites. Thank you for your time. Look forward to talking to you soon, and until then, be safe and healthy.